In the 1960s, Harley Davidson feels the need to diversify in order to meet the changing needs of the market, the consumer market. The outlaw biker image is essentially under attack during this period. Harley Davidson introduces, they purchase Aeronautica Machi motorcycles. They purchase 50% of the company. This is an Italian motorcycle outfit. And they start importing Adamachi 250cc's with a horizontal single engine model. This is not a great bike. And the bike now wears the Harley Davidson badge and is marketed as the Sprint. HD consolidates this Model 165 into their Hummer series. It's called the Super 10 Topper Scooter. All right, now, this is the era of smaller, lighter bikes, the Pacer, the Bobcat, the Sprint, the Rapido. This is in order to compete with the Japanese Honda. The Honda, the Japanese motorcycle, is essentially assaulting Harley Davidson. It's marketed towards college kids and young professionals. There's an anti-outlaw biker image ad campaign. You meet the nicest people on a Honda. A Honda is fun. A Honda is innocent. This counters the Harley Davidson outlaw biker image. Honda is amazingly successful and quickly becomes the largest seller and manufacturer of motorcycles in the world. Young people all over the world, including the USA, flock to the smaller Honda bikes. The Honda is a lot of fun to ride. It's inexpensive and well built. So Harley at this point is in financial trouble. In 1969, Harley Davidson merges with AMF. AMF is a manufacturer of bowling balls and leisure products. AMF stands for the American Machine and Foundry Company. Harley streamlines production. It slashes its workforce. And the AMF Harley bike is essentially of lower quality. The AMF Harley is far too expensive. It's inferior to performance of these Japanese Honda, Yamaha, and Suzuki bikes, and sales really begin to decline. But also in 1969, Easy Rider hits. This is a mega hit movie. Peter Fonda and Dennis Hopper. This hippie biker outlaw film essentially turns the Harley Rider into a hero and American icon. Peter Fonda designs his own flamboyant Captain America Harley, with stretched out front end choppers. There's lots of chrome. It's essentially a work of art. Fonda rearranges what the Harley Davidson factory made into customized beauty. Willie G. Davidson, a grandson, convinces the Harley Davidson company to build its own customized factory. He puts new ideas into production. The Harley frame and running gears of one model now collides with the front end of another. You have sleek lowriders and big cruisers with retro cruiser look and feel, large saddlebags with CB radios and stereos, large clear windshields, large twin forks, bat wings, shark noses, big twin engines with large forks and individual characteristics. What you have is the Super Glide series. You have the Road King. You have the Road Glide and the Electra Glide, which all use the same frame. Factory customization increases sales for a while, but there's lots of quality problems during the AMF years. The bikes are redesigned and the product becomes unreliable. There's lots of breakdowns. Harley now has become far too expensive and has become inferior in performance. The Harley Davidson motorcycle becomes mocked by bikers. They call it the Hardly Drivable, for example, and the hog nickname becomes a pejorative. It's a put down, not what it once was. All right, in 1976, production slips to 40,000 bikes. But a bicentennial Liberty Edition model does very, very well. It's very similar to Peter Fonda's bike and Easy Rider. In 1977, Harley Davidson produces the very controversial Confederate Edition, a stock Harley with the Confederate Stars and Bars flag on the tank. Well, there's protests, there's debate about the company's insensitivity to African Americans, and sales slip down even further. 30,000 bikes are manufactured, and the company is $85 million in debt. This is around 1978, 79. Well, AMF bails out, and Harley Davidson, according to AMF, does not fit into AMF's long-term portfolio, so they're looking for a buyer. And AMF sells Harley Davidson to a group of 13 investors for $80 million. One of these investors is the grandson, Willie G. Davidson. Harley Davidson is now in control of itself. The Harley Davidson company, under new management, is now banking on the loyalty of diehard customer fans and followers to carry them through these hard times. The time has come for reconstruction and revival. All right, with that thought, we're going to take a musical break. When we return, we're going to examine Harley's history from the 1980s to the present day. But first, a little bit more music. This is Canned Heat with a song called The Harley Davidson Blues.